All right, welcome to the program. My name is Dr. Mankota, and you are watching the TPN TV and Radio Network. Today, we'll get another very interesting topic we can discuss. All right, Dr. Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara. Well, we all know this guy, this wonderful gentleman. Now, he has been the leader and flag bearer of the APC party. And when I all know, see about 4 months ago, the tripartite produced a document where ED recommendation in that document there. Dr. Samura Steiner. Dr. Samura, he do everything where Mother BO one time for make he do. For make sure say the tripartite succeed, the dialogue succeed. And he signed the document. Even he gets disputes with the leadership of the APC party. Why are they telling us this today? Because there is a development where they go on where I want for Launa know. So that's why this discussion is all about. Dr. Samura, during the time of the dialogue, as we already don't know the history, the story about the dialogue and the tripartite, Dr. Samura did everything possible for make sure the tripartite completes, the dialogue succeed, everything, right? So he signed the document, then a couple of weeks later, he changed his mind. And I came at this forum, this platform, 4 months ago, and I given that the reason why Dr. Samura it been changed. I tell you, I say, the reason what make Dr. Samura reverse in position was that Mother Bill disappoint him. So now that make you change. Let me just put myself in here. Coming here. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go back and start all over again. Sorry about that. I put a background where my logo we just can't pop up in the background. But I don't see when I understand what I try to talk about. 4 months ago, we all see where Dr. Samura did everything possible for make sure say the dialogue and the tripartite succeed. He even go against the leadership of Union Party because at the time during the dialogue, the agreement was that when then demand they're not able for succeed, then they walk off the dialogue. Dr. Samura said, no, the dialogue therefore continue. The dialogue continue. The dialogue produce 8 recommendations, 8 points, suggestions, right? Then the dialogue born the tripartite. And Dr. Samura did everything possible for make the tripartite complete his work and succeed. And after that, he signed the document where the tripartite produced where he gets about 80 recommendations with some divergent points. A lot of people begin to wonder, okay, why Dr. Samura is actually doing this? You know, you get people that way say Dr. Samura is out. Then after the signing of the tripartite documentation, Dr. Samura, a couple of weeks later, he came and reversed in position. When I go to the TP and YouTube or Facebook 4 months ago, where I come, I tell them, I say, I know what to make Dr. Samura sign, reverse in decision for comeback, say they continue for facts. But that time, you get people their way believe in anything where Dr. Samura they do, they say, and they believe in waiting the leadership of the APC party, they say and do. So they're not being believe what I've been saying. Agiona, the reason why Dr. Samura reversing position, and the reason was, for make I able remind you was that Dr. Samura, I don't know what he then discussed with Madabio, but he been believe say one of the points, the 8 pointers where the dialogue produced was for make sure all politically motivated cases dismissed. And Dr. Samura believes say this is an opportunity for in case for dismiss. Okay? This is an opportunity for that. So incorporate with the SLPP-led government during the dialogue, during the tripartite. Immediately after the tripartite, the court inform and say, in case get for can resume very soon, or cases will be pending before the election, then it can resume very soon, including Ion case. He was so pissed because to them, Madabio no hole in your side of the bargain. So that make Dr. Samura reverse. When I go to the platform, let me go watch again me broadcast. Now, well, the US Embassy called Dr. Samura and one of them very seriously say, make trigger another chaos of the country. So the US Embassy also hold meeting with President Bio, regime, President Bio, about specifically about Dr. Samura in behavior, what happened. Well, as we already don't know, maybe if you say, because the case, even though they may not inform and say, then they can't resume, they're not call the case again. So I've been feel say the US Embassy don't able for iron out things between Dr. Samura and Madabio for this case, for making let's just let it go. Okay? That was what I thought. For say yes, indeed. Then don't resolve them. And remember, I come out a few months later, I say maybe this case is resolved. Well, just yesterday, ACC say Dr. Samura in case then they wait for make the court resume and try for work on this court. So the question I get when a thought-provoking question, why all of a sudden Dr. Samura in case resurface? Why? I want for let we put emotions aside. Let we analyze this to the best of we ability. For make we see the psychology that is being played here against Dr. Samura. It looks like the APC-led government hold Dr. Samura hostage. And not only Dr. Samura, also the APC leadership hostage. Anyone way want for do some kind or able for toe the line, then go twin the case where he gets. You case they come very soon. So the question we need for talk about today and try for see if we go able to answer them is why all of a sudden Dr. Samura in case resurface again? Well, I've been get few theories. One of the theories where I believe say probably a possible. There is rumor. Let me put this page again here. There is a rumor going within the inner circle of the SLPP folks, where based on waiting the intelligence, the security services are able to gather about the two gentlemen, the two fugitive, Captain Conte and Captain Sanasi, we then kill on Tuesday. The rumor way they go around the inner circle of the SLPP is that the people them waiting at the diaspora, where been the sponsor, them two guys here, secretly, most of them now the supporters of Dr. Samura. Aha. Okay. This is what is going on within the SLPP, folks. Okay. I believe pretty soon, well, I don't know whether the security forces, because they don't get the intelligence, they don't get evidence, and the IG Selu, instead of don't come to public, it don't cancel. They even know the one them way been the sponsor. Then two guys there, then two fugitive are wait and kill. I don't know whether they get for go after them people here, or since when they don't kill the two fugitive, then you just left her. But if they get for go after the people the way them believe say they're involved for sponsoring the two guys for the past for the past 1 year, we go know within the security or the intelligence service then get the evidence we then get. But this is what is going on within the inner circle of the SLPP. And as I put now this picture here, it looks like to me it's guilty by association. Dr. Samura, the SLPP wants Dr. Samura for implicate because, according to them, some of his supporters them mean they secretly sponsor the two guys them, Captain Sanasi and Captain Conte. So it's guilty by association. And therefore, they want for implicate Dr. Samura. Even though, if that is what they are trying to do, I don't see any kind of association until they bring the evidence where they get. Until they see them get evidence where they know say people been a sponsor, the two guys them. So until they bring that, I don't see any association between Dr. Samura individually and whoever is claiming to sponsor or to support Dr. Samura, where allegedly been a sponsor this. So I don't see the connection at all. I don't see the connection. But as I've been a talk, then there's here, the way salon politics do they now, then can implicate you by association. If you're not my friend, you go do something, I'm guilty too. This is what I'm seeing that is going on in this case. Well, we go talk everything about Dr. Samura, but one thing a lot of we know about Dr. Samura is that he's not a violent person. I not feel say Dr. Samura, they support anybody where they try for overthrow a government. The man not even get the man for common streets for go protest. When in constitutional right. Okay? Now, in constitutional right for common on street as an opposition leader for go protest, the man not get that minded. Let alone for sponsor somebody for go take gun, for go commit treason. But politics today in a salon is all about partisan. The SLPP, then they look at all the excuse for implicate the APC folks. We self, we they look at all all the excuse for blame the SLPP. This has been the culture now since 2018. Everything is political. Like what I talk, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, I think yesterday, yeah. Me, specifically, or passionately, I don't believe in using violence for solve democratic problems. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. And I believe, say, Dr. Samura is also not believe that. Because the best way for solve democratic problem is through democracy, the rule of law. We get a constitution. We get other laws and rules where we put for them kind contingency planning then day. So anybody where they go take arm for go solve democratic problems, I know they support you. I don't. Sorry. It doesn't matter whether you know me daddy or me mama or me brother, me uncle or me comrade. I cannot support you. I cannot support you. So I don't see the debate where don't trigger by the killing of these two guys. You get people them way they talk say this na murderer. Okay? People their way they talk say this na murderer. Because at least them for be not arrest the guy, then like other people then for bring them into justice. Then we get people then on the other side where they talk say no, these guys are fugitive. Then they don't go now. After the coup in 2023, then 32 people they will publicly acknowledge say they were part of the coup and then will continue for obstruct democracy because they believe say the government will sit on the power is illegitimate. And according to the security forces, these guys were secretly recruiting ex-combatants, ex-soldiers there in the country. So they are dangerous. And according to the security forces, when they go confront them guy, they open fire. They exchange fire. Okay? We don't know what happened on Tuesday. This is the version of the security forces. But what do we know? These guys committed treason in 2023. And these guys were fugitive. And these guys, because I understand, say, Captain Conte, according to the rumor where they get, he been left the country. I think na Tennessee, na him been still been inside the country. So many things where they don't implicate themselves. That in itself, it's a problem. It's a problem. We can talk anything we want. We don't want bloodshed in that country any longer. Unfortunately, they were killed. But even here in the United States, if the police go na your house for go arrest you, you open fire. The police get for return, they get the right for return fire. And in the cause, if they kill you, it's not murder. I'm talking about the United States here. In fact, the United States here, we don't see people that they kill it, they not even hold guns. They're not getting no weapon. They kill them. We don't see people that they run away, far away from the police. The police, they shoot them people and they kill them with no weapon, no nothing. So Yes, we want to politicize everything in Sierra Leone. This is something that has become an infection into the political environment. And a very difficult now. And people like Wiso, they're in a very, very difficult position. Because we want to stand in the middle, for serve as a bridge between the partisan on both sides. People then they accuse we, there's some people that they accuse we, the APC and they accuse we, even though for the past 20 years we now APC members them, but they are still accusing us. So we then are a very, very difficult position, but I'm happy to be in that position because it actually served the purpose of patriotism. And I just try for continue for tell other citizens for make we tamp down the political divide. Sierra Leone is very, very young, politically, democratically speaking. Along the way, we they make mistakes. Okay? Along the way, we they make mistakes. It just about like picking, where they just they grab up. The first step can for up. Sometimes it can hurt. But you grab, you take the second step, till you know how for worker. So now a process. But the only way where we go able for shape this process in a way where we able for benefit we country and benefit the next generation is by reducing the divide in the context of political differences. These guys we overthrow, we attempt this coup. They don't get rights for doing. And anybody, that's alone, whether you're an APC or SLPP or any other political party or even an independent, you don't belong to nobody. Anybody, we go say that's not the right thing. You're not patriotic. Or maybe you don't know what they talk about. You don't know what they talk about. Then guy they're so stupid. Me, now the first time this way I they see coups and they happen around the world where the coup makers are so stupid. Now then self they gather the evidence for the government for prosecute them. How many times then two guys that then don't go na social media, they spew a lot of nonsense where very, very dangerous for their own life self. Why I've been the area where then guy then they talk, I've been just they shake me head. And you been get people them way they hail them. People them they hail them. Today, would that the one they will be in the hail them? Would that come out and can defend them? They don't die. They don't die. They mean believe say because way them they follow now the right cause. Because you get certain people the way they try for instigate you say now the right thing way they do so. But when it comes to matter of life and death, you know they see them people then they. That's not more than in our social media, then they spew hatred. So, as Sierra Leoneans, let us all reduce the political divide. Democracy and multi-party democracy, for that matter, was not meant for enmity. Okay? It just feel like una family. Inside the family, una can get some disagreement, disputes. How for build daddy in house, we don't want for done so. How for designer. Somebody they come and say, no, I want for let we put 4 rooms. The other person they come say, no, let we put the 5th room for strangers there. These are some of the petty differences in the household. But we're not going to say because we differ that we broke the house, so that nobody not going to live in the house. The same thing with national politics. Multi-party democracy was meant for fish in the best idea from among the people them, among the citizens. Because when you look at the political spectrum, the leaders are a small group of people, they're small. But when we allow for people to associate themselves into different political entities, like a political party, not because you and this guy waiting at the other side, we're not an enemy them, we're not brothers them, and sisters them. Now, because if we do that, we will able to compete, forget the best idea where they can promote the country. That's not the purpose of multi-party democracy. But because in Africa, Sierra Leone in particular, we already look at some of their processes here as a way for enhance the living conditions of people. We did look at that as a do or die situation. And I was talking to one doctor in London, then this year. Forget what's not the doctor in him. Dr. Fofana, the medical doctor. I think in being Minister of Health during Anesbai Koroma in regime, he called me. Then he's there in the talk. So we get this conversation where I say, okay, he say it depend walk because in London now be midnight. And he called me. I say, hey, brah, you know they sleep? Now I say, brah, now me shift at the pan and I walk at the pan so. Now I say, oh, okay. So we can't talk. Now I tell her, I say, well, you see, some people them. One of the problems we get now with political environments, especially in a salon, there are people where the only hope we can get in their life is politics. They don't get what we call a fallback, where in politics is just a hobby. Okay? It's a hobby. So if they see say something where they obstruct them for making them not succeed, then become very, very desperate and dangerous. That the reason this way people then get the mind for killing us alone because of politics, because they not get a fallback. But people then way get a fallback, way educate, way get a profession. Where politics not right, you go now your profession. So now the same thing with this Dr. Fofana way I talked to. In a minister, why they in time done, they go back to in medical profession. And they work in London. And they get the impairment them. So desperate. Not desperate at all. And now one of the people then when the SLPP come, they look into all the APC former ministers them. And then look everything. They're not able to find say now this corruption na he make when he be minister. They're not able to find anything. In fact, imagine the SLPP-led government actually approved in pension. So as they work right now, in pension, they get up. Why? Because it gets a fallback after politics. So go into politics for make it go enrich himself. In Sierra Leone, politics now they people then they build their house, Now they then they pay for them picking and school fees. Now they then they married. Now they then they buy big motor car them, expensive motor car them. Now they then they get the life way they know ever dream. So everything is about the new life. Now the reason that one day, because we get this what we call misperception of political purpose, wherein people then believe say the fastest way for riches, now Africa, Sierra Leone in particular, is through politics. Now Africa, you only hear this say during the time of election, you begin to hear this say, oh, then they sacrifice mortal man in body. Then they kill mortal man, pull parts for go worship, for let somebody get power. You see the mentality of way. So what are they try for highlight here? For make una know say political divide is not the best way for help with country. It is not. Let me just look at this exercise as a testament of unity and cohesion. During the one-party state, if we get a dictator, where we know say, we not get any mechanism where they protect the people at all. We not get no constitution where protect the people. We cannot get no law, and we don't know when this person get for left power. And when you see say this person is destroying the future of the country, yes, these are some of the extreme circumstances where the use of arms is permissible. But in a democratic system where we put term limitation, there is no need for take arms, except where if you desperate for say all your life hope is in politics. And if you sit down for 1 or 2 years without being in power, you are done and dusted. That's not the only purpose where you see somebody in a democratic system where you see some people then they take arms for facts. Before the coup in 2023, there was a process where they go on where we call the tripartite, where both the APC and the SLPP were participating. So what's not the purpose of the coup? What's not the purpose? Yes, I know say everything gets an excuse, but realistically, what's not the purpose of the coup? I remember doing that coup day. Immediately after the coup, I heard some conspiracy theories for saying, "Oh, this not even a coup, na lie, mother build a lie. This na mother build they try for manipulate and use the army for make them create a coup to themselves for make them stop the tripartite." You get so many misinformation where they flow on social media, but that make people are confused. Sierra Leoneans, a lot of them they're confused. When they go on social media, they listen some of the lies and misinformation where people and they spew on social media every single day. Sometimes some people and they do it 3-4 times a day. People then confused. Unfortunately, we only get few people like we saw where they come on social media and try for debunk some of them here. But every Sierra Leonean has a responsibility. You have responsibility. Sierra Leone only one country, a very tiny country. If we're not able to shape this country for make it compatible with the 21st century, When are we going to do that? Anything what would you do at this particular time? Not for we alone, not for the next generation. Now, so a country, they move forward. You know, they only think about me, me, me. That's not the unfortunate part about Sierra Leone politicians. It's always about me. How you could go before? We have a responsibility, ladies and gentlemen. That coup was the wrong time. It not been necessary. Now, how many people they don't die? The one the way they don't kill now. The one the way the coup makers they don't kill. The one the way they in jail at this particular time. The one the way they can hide. You know worth it. So if you're not a Sierra Leonean, we always you they boast of being a patriot. Because at the area, a lot of Sierra Leoneans then they talk say, then they fight for democracy. Everybody is fighting for democracy. Everybody. They claim say they fight for democracy. But how you go fight for democracy? Either some people they don't know what are the principles of democracy, then get a wrong definition of democracy, or then deliberately they try for misuse the intelligence and the sympathy where Sierra Leone then get for different political parties and different people. That's not me on take on this particular matter. But again, let me just try for reiterate before I go to the comment. Yeah, if you get comments, put on the comment section of the platform where you watch me from. I think I don't get a couple comments. Okay. The SLPP folks in a circle, they want to implicate Dr. Samura. They are actually trying to implicate Dr. Samura. Yes, I know say there's some SLPP folks in the Canada say, no, boo, we know they do that Dr. Samura they implicate himself. Well, if Dr. Samura allegedly in supporters them, allegedly they sponsor people them, we they cause problem at the country. Why Dr. Samura supposed for responsible? Dr. Samura not responsible for anybody, except if you not get a case against Dr. Samura. And if that is the case, you don't need to use the case already where Dr. Samura don't get. Where that case there is almost how many years now? But it seems like then they use this case for shut down Dr. Samura. If anybody where they support Dr. Samura, as soon as say, then they sponsor people there for who cause mayhem at the country, when I hold them people, then they're accountable. Me, Dr. Mankota, I go tell when I say, I they support anybody. If I get any irrefutable evidence against them people there, but let we not implicate somebody by association. Let we not do them. If we do them, then we create a precedence where it will be very difficult for reverse. Okay. So I can at the comment section. So when I continue for put on a comment at the comment section because there is some comment way very, very interesting. And I like that. When I continue for put on a comment. Okay. So when I not implicate Dr. Samura not get any association with whoever they claim say it is supporter. At the time, one thing. 90% of the people that we say they support Dr. Samura not even sabi them. Dr. Samura not even know say then they exist. Most of them, their support is always on social media. So how did they go blame somebody for that? It just about like during the time of the APC party, the SLPP, anything where somebody will claim for support the APC or sympathize with the APC, he says something that social media, the SLPP then they come and say now APC 9 say so. Ridiculous. Very, very ridiculous. Cannot we? Okay. I don't know what's in the gun with you, but anyway, I will come pani comment. Yeah, so let's do things the right way. Hey, I always they tell me, I say, I don't give a damn about politics, that's alone. I don't give a damn. If APC do bad thing, I they tell them, say, no, when I do bad thing, when I already don't know me about that. If SLPP now then they do bad thing, I know they wait for telling us when I do bad thing. So when I don't implicate people based on association, with them people then they probably they don't know nothing waiting they go on. Dr. Samura, I think the best civil word way I they put is like a coward when it comes to violence. Dr. Samura and a coward. He not believe in violence. Okay? He not believe in that. Like I said earlier, they might not even get the man for go demonstrate in the streets. The man called a protest. Dr. Samura called a protest. The people them go to the protest, Dr. Samura not show up. I don't kind people then they try for say because the supporters then allegedly then sponsor some mentally retarded people. So therefore Dr. Samura should be dealt with. No, come on, guys, don't do that. Okay, let's don't do it. This I can't today for defend Dr. Samura specifically. When I know say I'm very critical of Dr. Samura when it comes to within the happen within the APC party, because I not just believe say he get the interest of the APC party. I don't talk about that so many times here. No. So, but now so me day, even if I'm critical of you for the bad things the way they do, when I see say people want to take advantage of you, and they come on your own defense. So today I'm going to defend Dr. Samura for say that guy they not a violent person. If not somebody who is violent by this time, I Sierra Leone done in flames. But no. And it can publicly talk and say you not believe in violence. Dr. Samura will never, even if they cheat him 30 times, he will never tell somebody for go take answer, for go solve democratic problems. You know that. And I they call on the government. When I drop Dr. Samura in case now. Okay? When I drop Dr. Samura in case. I don't care how una drop him. Una can call him, una can call him na court, then una go tell and say, okay, he's not guilty. That's okay. But this guy don't go through so much. It's time for Launa SSF drop in case. Because of this case, now he make Dr. Samura they do all them kinds here. For say they continue for feds for electoral justice, you don't know what they do right now. Well, just drop this case. Where the US ambassador will be don't go talk to now until now we pa Sierra Leone they not believe their young brothers and sisters for solve their own issues. Pass somebody get for come all the way from outside now we believe for can solve we own issue. They don't go talk to now before. Maybe if you say this case done, when I drop this case, let the man live the rest of his life in peace. You self, Dr. Samura, are they still continue for call on you? Come out and tell you brothers, you supporters, and say, enough is enough. When I don't fet what you are supposed for fet. Let's move on. Make the country, make the APC party start rebuilding. Okay? You also owe the APC party for that. And as I always say, Mama for anyway, I the comments. it's very interesting. I like the comments actually. Comment and they make me I think deeply. Yeah, like what I said, Dr. Samura, it's time for you for power down all this nonsense where they go on. It's time for make you power down this nonsense. Okay? Let's move on. Okay. All right, let's go to the comments. Let me start with the first comment here where I get. Mata Bangura is watching. All right. Momo for I say breaking. Samura Kamara's men attacked Honorable Emmanuel Saidu Bangura in his office. He is soaked in blood. He may lose one of his eyes. I see that picture there. I see that video there. But they say unknown people. So, Momo for how you come to the proof say na Samura Kamara in people them. Is this another manipulative effort for just implicate Samura way at the talk about? Because definitely at the monitor una channel in social media, these 2 days una actually una they go after Samura. I know that. Now the reason this way I make this this program today specifically for that. You know. So do you have any proof for saying that Dr. Samura amend them? I don't know. I'm not saying you are lying or it's not true. But the last time when I see the video, then say unknown people. I see this the video was very graphic. I just imagine. And about 9 people then use. I just imagine how ruthless and animalistic Sierra Leone then did these days. I don't know what in that man they do, but irrespective of if you do somebody bad, that is not the way you do things. It was very, very graphic. I see him. But again, we say Samura amend then come into this. Do you now for educate we back? Maybe you get information with some of we not get. Do you educate? Would I say that Dr. Samura amend and then do this? Una they try for implicate Dr. Samura. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Right now, una they try by all possible means for implicate him. All right. Robert Cabo say the SLPP supporters and the police did that to Anesbai Koroma, that his former security guard and even security guard in his home in Femitona Drive. So they think they do the same to Dr. Samura. Yeah. You see, the security forces that say they get evidence for say people then they sponsor them 2 guys there for continue for create chaos in the country, security threat in the country. Then say even when some people then carry money inside the house, inside them guy them go hide. Okay, they monitor everything. They monitor their communication. For the sake of transparency, for God's sake, because since already some SLPP folks don't begin identify a group of people we happen for be at the opposition vis-a-vis the supporters of Dr. Samura, can the security forces pull the evidence for let we all see whether within they talk not true or not? This is very, very important. Just imagine, we just hear this say some folks then go attack a minister. Let me go back to that post. Emmanuel Saidu Bangura then go attack. Now already I don't begin hearing saying Dr. Samura amend them and then go do it, because there is already some kind of a default allegation flowing around social media. Say Dr. Samura and people them, now then they cause this, now then they support that. So the security forces, for the sake of transparency, they need to pull out the evidence we then get, irrespective of the fact say the main culprits and don't kill them. When I pull out the evidence for Lausia so that we're able to shut down some of them rumors there. All right. Robert Cabo say they did that Anesbai Koroma connecting him to former security guard. So they think they can connect Dr. Samura Kamara to these fugitives. Yeah, I see the desperation in them, in some of them. I see the desperation. I see the desperation. Why? Because some people feel say they see Dr. Samura in name here, say Dr. Samura supporters. Well, right here, this guy is guilty. He must be supporting these two guys. That's not the way things work. Mama for YC, his bloody video is in circulation. I will send one for you. Send your WhatsApp number. Well, I see the video. I see the video, but the video where I see, then say unknown person. Maybe I know watch all the video, but Usai Ayeri, because I've been trying for prepare for my program. Ayeri and say unknown people them, unidentified people them. They're not being identified anything. So when Ayeri they say Dr. Samura amend them, now you don't raise the bar so high. Now that make I ask the question, say, how do you know? You know, so give me the evidence or the evidence where you don't get already. We link Dr. Samura amend them to this violence. But the video was very, very graphic. Very, very graphic. I just wonder how Sierra Leoneans, you know, I've been think of the war, but we don't left the war for over 20 years now. You know, so why are we still they behave like animals then? I don't really understand. All right, Konotri say the partisan diaspora on both sides, a minority, I may add, is a threat to our national security. Their contribution to our dialogue is poisoning our dialogue. They have no good ideas for our land. I agree with you, Konotri. And these are the biggest problems we will get right now. Now we political environment. And if you begin to look at most of the people that will spew this hatred among ourselves, now people they don't get brain cells. Because somebody will get brain cells, he able to think, you know, say, what are they talk so? Not true. At least you get shame for saying, you know what? They don't catch me one time and lie 2 times, but they don't care. Then they continue for spew hatred over and over. Now we are the diaspora, now we are the problem. I agree with you. Now we're supposed to be role model for we brothers and sisters back home. For sure, them we don't can learn outside. For they're able for implementer that's alone. But now we the poisoning them people then they. It's a very, very unfortunate. No. Obey Kamara. You are full of hate. That's why your platform is not relevant. Eh? Obey Kamara. Thank you very much for the compliment. Thank you very much, my brother. Because to me, now compliments. When you criticize me, I say and say now compliments. Okay. All right. Mama for I say breaking. Honorable Emmanuel Saidu Bangura allegedly assaulted and badly wounded by Samura Kamara's thugs in his office. He may lose. I think I've been done read this or na second one. I thought I read this already. All right. Lamin Iyanyandebo say, what if it is not the SLPP trying to implicate him? What if his supporters are really sponsoring the destabilization effort? What if he is knowledgeable about what is happening? Please answer this question. Well, Lamin, what if? That's not the problem. What if? It's a proposition of possibility, not so, not to a fact. What if it's a proposition of possibilities? And when you accuse people them for say then why not then they do them to them, you get for bring the evidence. Let everybody know. If Dr. Samura Lekweti, they talk what if and what if Dr. Samura is knowledgeable about this, or the sponsor, when the evidence come, I mean, the first person where they condemn him, say, you can't do that. When I already don't know me for say, I always stand with the truth, no matter how difficult it is. So, but right now, what you do, now, what if? So, how are we able to answer the question where everything you talk about is just possible? If it is possible, yeah. Now, the evidence I get for proof that yes, the evidence. So now that make a call on the security forces for make them give you the evidence, irrespective of the fact say the culprits are dead. So this what if now in some people that they take then think say now a fact. Now then they act on, you know. Mama for I say Samura has been threatening violence. He still do. Is that the person you refer to as a peaceful? Yeah. Well, let's go back. 2012. Waiting, Mada Biose. In 2012. The same was the way right now when I try and call it what happened in 2018. The same was Mada Biose said the same was in 2012. The only thing where a lot of people then they left from them two statements here, both Madabio in statement and Samura in statement, the context in which them people are saying them what's here. Samura Kamara say, if they not do free and fair election, now the country, it will make the country ungovernable. If there are no free and fair election at the country, people want for usurp power by force, it will make the country ungovernable. Madabio say, if the election is not free and fair, it will mobilize people. The people then they react to any unfair election, and that's going to make the country ungovernable. Then go make the country ungovernable. So you see, both sides, it say the same words, but the context with the courts, the context and with just the show, their snippet here. Oh, Samura say it will make the country ungovernable. Oh, Madabio say it will make the country ungovernable. And if somebody don't understand the context, he just there towards here, it's bad, right? So context matter. Look within at the context of every single statement. You go able to understand what the person they try to talk about. If Samura want to make the country ungovernable, in 2018, for be don't cause problem. But I just tell you, 2023, when a very, very controversial election, Samura called for a protest, he not show up now the protest. This is the guy where you believe say he go able to make the country ungovernable. Somebody where come don't counting up publicly talks him, he not believe in violence. You know they use violence for gain power. So now, Samura don't talk contradictory word. The first word, the snippet where they try for show, Samura say they make the country ungovernable. Now, the other side, Samura say, you know, ever use violence for gain power. Which one now we they take? See the point where they try to talk about? Context matter. Context it matter. All right, let's go to Conotry. Doc, we find you credible and patriot. Too bad you belong to the chaos party with no vision or policy. Good luck with the nonsense. This now having a laugh just the way I read them. Ah boy. Anyway, no comments. I plead the fifth. Christopher Yanka say any evidence of implication so far? No evidence. These are just rumors. These are just what they call conjectures, insinuations. So there is no concrete evidence yet for say yes, Samura Kamara actually help the two fugitive. Yes, then the allegation is that some of his supporters then they actually sponsor financially some of them to fugitive, yeah, the two fugitive. But that's not just statement where people then they say. We don't know whether that's true or not. And even if it is true, what did that get to do with Samura? How Samura can associate himself with that? It just feels like any SLPP guy where they support Madabio, they implicate him for something, so therefore Madabio is guilty because guilty by association. Let me put this thing again here. Guilty by association. SLPP desperate to implicate Dr. Samura, and they are using the ACC case. Guilty by association. Okay? Oh. So, let me go back. All right. Am I here? Let me see. I think Ade Usai, somebody say any. I think na Christopher Yanka. Okay. Okay. Oh no, not today Ade. I think Ade somewhere here. Okay, now Ade. So Christopher Yanka, I don't see any implication here. So I see allegations so far, and that make account for I can remind people then say, let we not do guilty by association. If the security forces then get any evidence, let them pull it out, let everybody see for the sake of transparency. People then go able to judge. Now let's go to Samuel Vandy. Samuel Vandy say, Dr. Mankota, I wholeheartedly support you, and your show as a source of hope for patriotic Sierra Leoneans desiring a brighter future. Let us unite to foster positive change for our nation. Thank you so much. Thank you. Obe say, because I did talk to you, that make are full of hate. All right. Konotri say, hence some of us are advocating for a diaspora fund, something bigger than the nonsense partisan politics. Why not fight for something bigger and better that will benefit our land? Chaos is preferred. All right. I will talk about this diaspora and funds. Waiting, because last week we talked about this. Waiting at the try for do right now. Okay. Cannot remind me after I don't read the comments. Peter Dauda say, if Samura Kamara doesn't know who his supporters are, what does that say about our politics? Do you think Madabio know all his supporters? Come on, Peter. A public figure not gonna know every supporter way he get. So it don't make sense for make you even they talk about this. Samura Kamara, I don't tell you 90% of his supporters he not sabi them. 90%. Madabio, 90% of his supporters he not sabi them. I will tell you for free. So it don't necessarily mean say because I support you. So anything we I do, you guilty for that. All right? Lamine and the boss say, I am not accusing him, nor I am defending him, but I think your defense is a little premature. One blogger claimed that he spoke to Captain Eyasanesi. Let's wait and see the outcome of the investigation. That's exactly what I'm saying. Why the SLPP are now saying Dr. Samura this, Dr. Samura that? Because they allegedly they say in supporters them, they financially been the sponsor them two guys. That's what they try for talk. Exactly how they try for talk. Don't implicate the guy because of association. Let's wait. Let's call for the security forces who have been the monitor this this incident. for make them giving evidence. Now, based on the evidence what they get, now in they make with the implicate Dr. Samura, or now in they make with the say no, Dr. Samura is not guilty of anything, irrespective of whether they implicate their supporters or not. So I agree with you, Lamin. That's exactly what I try to talk about. And thank you for emphasizing that. Mama for I say Samura has publicly said he will make Sierra Leone ungovernable. I don't explain this exactly. Yeah. Madabio said the same thing, bro. Madabio said the same thing in 2012. But now the context matters. Okay? Now the context, now he person they look at it, say, okay. And if not myself, I will say that. For say, we need a free and fair election. And if free and fair election not there, the government itself not able for govern. So that means the country go be ungovernable. Anyway, Christopher Yanka say, are you sure if the case against Dr. Samura Kamara, that is the end of the electoral justice? I don't know what you try to talk about. Okay, maybe I get an idea what you try to talk about. But if I misunderstand you, please clarify that in the comments below. Okay. I think we try for talk now because of the case where Dr. Samura girl that make it continue for I don't know, end of election or the case now they make the electoral justice. Just like what I said earlier, Dr. Samura is a smart person. He's really, really intelligent. All what Dr. Samura do during and after the dialogue and tripartite, he do unconsciously and voluntarily. He know what he been they do. And this is why people like we are very much curious to see when Dr. Samura and Madabio alone, Madabio and the chief minister, then go sit on the first meeting. I believe I'm speculating here because I don't get no hard evidence, so I'm just speculating. But I'm very much curious to see what in Dr. Samura and Madabio them in talk way na then day no more, na then 3 no more day. The first meeting where they all, where nobody no be no say then get meeting. What in them go talk? That's now I want for no. Because now based on that, I begin to see the attitude or the behavior of Dr. Samura is really, really weird. Where you see even the APC leadership begin to think, okay, waiting they go on. The entire fracas between the APC leadership and Dr. Samura, it comes from the behavior, the suspicion, where the leadership don't get against Dr. Samura, where they all don't go sit down, then don't agree, say, now this will they go for, if you know right, will they come out. Okay? Then go to the dialogue, the things that way they go demand, and say, nope, that's not the reason we are here for. Some of the leaders then say, let's work out. Now, Samura say, no, we get for continue. Then continue. Then pull the dialogue 8 points. The tripartite come. The same thing. The leadership say, let's work out. Dr. Samura say, no, we get for complete this thing. Then everything where Dr. Samura been they do, in my own speculation, it tie into what then discuss in a bill. I'm not saying it's a fact, but speculatively, it could be that Dr. Samura and Madabio agree on something where Dr. Samura been try for protect. Now that make it been continue for push the APC leadership, and a lot of Dr. Samura in people in supporters them, they're not aware of this. Even they're aware, some of them they not actually believe for say this was actually what was going on. And the APC leadership, they not say they not do a good job for try for explain to people them. By the time when they can't explain to people them, it was too late. People that don't develop this erroneous perception about the APC leadership versus Dr. Samura. Now, they cause this problem. But after all this behavior from Dr. Samura, why all of a sudden Dr. Samura reversed imposition only after the informant say his case is going to resume? This is a coincidence where it's very close to reality. I'm just saying you may have your own understanding or perception about things. I may be wrong because I not get no hard evidence. But I did look at the pattern of behavior and the reversal. Now, in the make me, I begin analyze. Say, okay, this could be the reason why I did see the behavior now a reversal of in behavior. But who knows? I'm just saying I may be wrong. But think about this. Now, okay, still before I go to Peter Dauda, I want to say something here. If today, Dr. Samura, in case the government dismiss in case, I want to see waiting at the next move with Dr. Samura they make. If it is still they say at the fight for electoral justice, I really want to see that. I want to see that. But since we're not able to reach on that side of it, I'm still suspicious of Dr. Samura motive. Okay, Peter Dauda say, is Samura Kamara using his campaign for electoral justice as a bargaining chip in his pending court case? That was actually exactly Naya they talk, Naya they speculate. Exactly Naya they speculate. Because I don't get any logical explanation after I see the behavior from the dialogue all the way, they push the leadership for say, let's just do it, let's just do this, let's not do this. Even though the leadership knows say, then kind actions here, where Dr. Samura they take, it not benefit the APC at all. But if they push them, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Then he signed the document. Couple weeks later, after the informer, I see a reversal say the election is not over until it is over. Logically speaking, that's not the only rational explanation where I go able to forgive. Maybe some people the way they listen, way they watch this program, then go give me another rational explanation. I'm not saying irrational explanation because I don't hear so many irrational explanation. Okay. Christopher Yanka say, Doctor, evidences are presented in court, not in the media. Besides, some information are classified. Yeah, I know. But remember, this particular coup case is the way they go on. We don't see evidence where they come on our court, then they present on our public for public consumption. All the video, the audios, the pictures, where then they present our court, we don't see on our social media. We're able for helpful for educate we about the case, the ongoing cases, especially the military marshal case. So for transparency, it doesn't matter outside them present the evidence. We need to see the evidence then did. Okay. Elizabeth Koroma. Mada Bio's supporters are mostly Kamajors and rebels. I believe they are responsible for the violence taking place in our dear country. Supportive, right? Supporting my sister. people like anyway, I'm not calling him. Samuel Vandy say President Bio will face divine consequence if he uses the judiciary to intimidate Dr. Samura Kamara. It is important to note that Dr. Kamara has a valid case against the government regarding, you know, complete the word, but I hear your point. Mama for I say, defending APC is a full-time job. Why? Momo, why? Why? Why not a full-time job? Because we get so many people there where they just can't muddy the water, right? You go down, put things there in order. Somebody can scatter, pass you come back for can put them together. Life. All right. Samuel Vandy say, Dr. Mankota, you are a beacon of hope amidst the challenges facing Sierra Leone's social media landscape. Mohammed Koli. Dr. Mankota, I am not sure why you are picking on this topic when it's under investigation. Wait and see. I want you to focus on the industrial revolution going on right now. 20 manufacturing companies on the roll. Energy and agriculture are on the roll for good. Please research on this topic and school some of us in the diaspora. It is not partisan, but patriotism. Well, as he says, somebody is being challenged wrongfully because of imposition or because of allegedly the actions of supporters. So I have the responsibility for calm, just like I always do for APC folks, other APC folks. I don't defend SLPP then, yeah. I don't even defend Madabiona, yeah. Irrespective of me criticisms against him in many issues, but that's who I am. As for the factories, you say 20 factories, 20 manufacturing companies. Wow. Well, me now one factory I don't see so far. We're now the steel factory. And I don't already talk about that. Was it last week now? Say now a very good thing. Yeah, I read on social media some people when they talk, say, oh, not to matter beyond in money. You see the hypocrisy of Sierra Leoneans. This is why I have a problem with so many. I know it takes many Sierra Leoneans seriously. It doesn't matter whether na mother be in money or na private company. It doesn't matter to me. Is the company going to benefit the ordinary citizens? If yes, kudos. Who cares about whether na mother be in money or not in money? I don't give a damn about that. If mother be want for take credit, then take credit. Now in the power. The time where within the power, where many things are then they happen, most of them things are in private companies. Them we take responsibility, we take credit for that. So what's the problem with that? Sierra Leoneans are just too hypocrites. And when you talk the truth, them vex by you. I don't give a damn whether the mother be get the money, now the government na sponsor or na private company. I don't give a damn. The airport na private company na build the airport, not to the government. But mother be take credit. I say okay, take the credit. This is not in the power. The time when Dr. Mankota they within the power, I like my private company make if it benefit the people that they take credit. That's not part of politics. It's part of politics. So me not care what people then think, okay? I hope so I don't make you happy because you want for know waiting a your opinion on this. I understand that. So that's my opinion, bro. Christopher Yanka say, I was going to say if the case against him is dropped, that's the end of the electoral justice. Yeah, that's I believe so. I believe that. Remember, 4 months ago, I come out and tell now what's the reason why I believe say Dr. Samura reverse in stand. Otherwise, I'm not able to get any logical reason why Dr. Samura all of a sudden he reverse in stand. So it has to tie with in case where they be informer for. Then drop until today. Let's see. The electoral justice in fight. You know they dumb because the APC party is fighting for electoral justice. The only problem is the demand where Dr. Samura and in supporters then they fight for way then they also erroneously they call electoral justice is different. Dr. Samura and in supporters when they tell you say this is not electoral justice, they want for make them go pull Madabio after 1.5 years. Let them go pull them. Let them put Dr. Samura na the power. That's not in the mean by electoral justice or a rerun. Well, the APC party, when we talk at this time about electoral justice, we want to make them implement all the 80 recommendations and way the tripartite produce so that it will able foster and strengthen with democracy. That's what we call electoral justice. So that is not going to stop. It's going to continue. The only electoral justice we get for stop, if what you talk to Dr. Samura in case then drop him, now Dr. Samura in electoral justice fight. Now they stop. Cannot we say, Doc, you said to remind you about diaspora. Yeah, I go talk about that. I go talk about that. Now don't show now the comments. Peter Lauda say, do our politicians know the differences between party supporters and admirers? I don't know if they know that. And not the politicians, they know more. Even a lot of people there, they don't know the differences between a supporter and a member, a party member or supporter. A supporter, somebody who sympathize with the party. A member, a party member, now somebody who actually financially they contribute towards the party and they participate in party activities. An admirer and a supporter, it's the line is too blurred for me to able to explain exactly. Okay, but there is a difference a little bit. I can admire you without supporting you. Yeah, what Dr. Mankota they do is very, very admirable. It don't necessarily mean say they support you. All right, Mama for I say plywood production is in Mile 91, first time in Sierra Leone. All right, Mile 91 is my town. For make you know, Mile 91 is my town. Yes, they build a plywood factory that I know about that. I don't know if they're not open now, but you are right. And now Myro, now in the bill that factory there. In fact, we saw them build the factory. Now we own land self. Now not that trouble they can, no worry. Then go take land, then go then call it not tell with nothing. Now then they enjoy the one the way they not even know about the land, not to then get the land, and then go take the land, and then the benefit now. But not to we own land no more. The entire most of the lands around that area there, now Myro trees that they planted. So yes, I know about the plywood. I don't know if it don't start now, but you are right. So now the second factory where I know about. All right, Destiny Edward. Good day to you all. I'm very happy to write this testimony to the whole world to see the great work of the great man named Dr. James. I was down over since 1 year, but thank God I'm here to give this testimony for you all to see the great powers that is hiding on this earth. I was once an HSV2. What's in a HSV, if I may ask? But thanks to him that helped me, I was going through internet looking for cure. Can you tell me, me not a medical doctor, me academic doctor. So I'm sorry if I'm not able to understand what's in a HSV. But let me continue the reading. Looking for cure. When I see this man named James, I quickly email him. If I can get help to grateful surprise to me, he really do according to the post. Well, sorry. You post quotes because there's a limitation in character when you post. So at about 1,000 characters. So maybe you go one for continue with your post. Let me read, but waiting I want for no. Waiting I let me check. Let me wait and call. Hold on, quick. Let me just search for HSV. HSV2. HSV2, let me see. Herpes simplex virus. Herpes simplex virus. It's a common infection that can cause painful blistering or ulcer. Let me just read this quick. It's a common infection that can cause painful blistering or ulcer. It's primarily spread by skin to skin contact. It is treatable but not curable. There are two types of herpes simplex virus. Type 1 mostly spread by oral contact and causes infection in or around the mouth, oral herpes or cold sores. It can also cause genital herpes. Most adults are infected with HSV1. Well, sorry for hearing that. I hope you get a cure. All right. Civil space for human rights. Electoral justice is just about Samura. Even ordinary Sierra Leoneans can stand for electoral justice, even if Samura is jailed. All right. Let me put on in a very the way I think you make electoral justice isn't just about Samura. So this is the fight where or the argument where a lot of Dr. Samura and supporters then they say, well, electoral justice is not. We are not fighting for Samura. We are fighting for democracy. Then the next question we I want to ask: how you define electoral justice? What's in the objective of you fight for electoral justice? Because now that one the definition now in they distinguish whether you fight for democracy or you fight for Samura. So you got to tell we within you think now electoral justice where they fight for within the objective. For make them put Dr. Samura back put on the power, let them pull Madabio now in the electoral justice, or for make we fight for make sure say the 80 recommendations where the tripartite pool where if you read all that, it is strengthened with democracy. Where now the actual fight for democracy. So you need for give we your definition. Okay, thank you, Civic, for the correction. Suleiman Amadou Yansane Bangura. Why did you say SLPP want to implicate Dr. Samura? Well, I they see on social media, then they talk say Dr. Samura in supporters them, and then they sponsor these two fugitive financially, and all of a sudden I begin to say Dr. Samura in case they come, then they can't resume in case back, then people them they talk say Dr. Samura in people then and then go attack this or that. You see the trend where they go on social media, you will begin realize say okay something is going on that is not actually good. So I'm kind of trying to implicate him. All right. Hopefully, now the last comment is Peter Dauda say, what is the difference between Samura's electoral justice and APC electoral justice? Okay, I think I explain them, but I will still explain them. All right. Ask any supporter of Dr. Samura, and even Dr. Samura, he said, where he can reverse instance, he say the elections are not over until it is over. He say the elections are not done and dusted. Clear definition, right? Right? This is Dr. Samura's own definition. Originally, he said the elections are not over until it is over. That means the 2023 election is still going on. He believes, say, one day in the future, somewhere in the planet, in the universe, then go reverse Madabio and pull on the power, put Dr. Samura. This is the fight with Dr. Samura in and his supporters in the fight. Clear? You clear, right? Now, the APC party, the fight where they say, now in right now, then the fight for electoral justice, for make sure saying, the 8 pointers then where the dialogue produce, where one of the pointers was the tripartite. Now that make when the stakeholders come, was it last month or so, a month or two ago, then go for a follow-up, then go meet the APC party in the office for see how far they don't do for implement the 8 pointers here. Okay? The leadership sit down and explain everything, waiting and waiting, then don't implement, waiting and waiting still left, and waiting rely on parliamentary approval, waiting and waiting rely on how do you call them? A referendum, where they get for do a referendum, mostly from the tripartite recommendation. So these are the fights for electoral justice for the APC party. So you see, these are 2 different fights. So when you hear some people there from Dr. Samura and come and they say, we the fight for electoral justice, not to this why they mean say the election is not over until it is over. In fact, then they talk and very clearly saying, we cannot even start preparing for 2028 election until 2023 election is reversed. Clear? Somebody put another. All right, Suleiman Amadou Yansane Bangura say, on your analysis given why SLPP want to implicate Dr. Samura, I did not agree with that. Give me your own. This is why this program is for. For now we disagree, we're able to learn from each other. So what is your take? Which you agree with? Give me that one and call it. As I wait for you answer, let me come now and talk about waiting with brother Konotri done the advocates in this program almost every week. Diaspora funds, right? Diaspora funds. So at the time for because Dr. Kamara and Mr. Kabo last week, they asked me for make a put initiative, and I've been telling you, Konotri, say, send me your email, because since you are actually the propagator of this idea, now a very good idea. Okay, the diaspora need for minimize the focus on partisan politics and try for focus on development, investment in Sierra Leone. We have the ability for change the economic situation of that country there, only if we come together and work irrespective of what in our political affiliation. We have that ability. And I cannot really try to talk about. Now he advocate for say, we can do this. Now, anything where you did do, where you get for do with money and confidence and other stuff, you get forget what we call initiative. The start, the beginning, waiting at the foundation. So Adepan creates a document where I will send them to the people that were interested. Let's read this document. Let's find out how we go able to do this because that's not the first initiative we'll get for take on. What's in our motive? Okay, what's in our motive? We all get for sit down and ask ourselves and try for put modalities together. Okay. Now, in my own little time where I get, I already done carved out an actual name for this. First thing, Sierra Leone Diaspora Investment Fund. Short, we can call it SALDIF. SALDIF. Sierra Leone Diaspora Investment Fund. Okay. Now, in order for somebody for make it get attracted to invest in something, you get for bring things the way you want investing. That's not the thing we hopefully after I don't complete the document, I send them to some of the people. If you are interested, please, okay, let's do this. Conotry, this is my, let me give you my number. That's my number. I want to make you create a WhatsApp group. Put me there. When you put me there, put me as an admin. I go add other people them. We interested on the initial stage for make we sit down and discuss and see what in the viability and possibility of this idea. The idea I mean abayam now a very good idea. And we get a lot of things where we invest in a salon. Most of the things the way they happen at salon and foreigners and then they do them. Either you talk about the Lebanese, where they give a damn about the Sierra Leonean people there. You talk about the Indians, you talk about the Westerners, you talk about other people there besides the Sierra Leoneans. Okay, this is how we put we money, we how we mouth there. All the way to what they do about Sierra Leone within our social media 24/7, they yap about things that is not the country. But this go able for help. Let's say I put $1,200 on this investment fund. You put 1,200, the other person put 1,200. We all put this money together. Now, I don't inside the document, I don't put some of the potential investment areas. I think I put about 5 or 6 areas where everybody know: agriculture, mineral resources, education, healthcare, and other what they call. Now, if we all come say let's say we get about $1 million. Just an example, we get $1 million. Now, this money, pandemic 5 areas that also we want for investor. How we go able for protect this money and waiting at the share rate for everybody. For example, if I put $1,000, let's say the interest rate, okay, let's say 10% across the board. Well, 10% of $1,000. If you put 20,000, now 10% of 20,000. If that they put 500, now 10% of 500. That is the profit where they come. Now in the good into your account. And the good news is, in fact, Adepan build a system, a robust system for their investment here. Okay. I've been doing a lot of work, but let me show now. I've been doing a lot of work after we talked last week. All right. SALDIF, Sierra Leone Diaspora Investment Funds. Now, I'd make some kind of a sample for make a show na today no more. Okay. These are some of the sample investment we I put: education, mining, real estate, and I think the other things are okay. Agriculture. You know, these are some of the things that we get for put. And the system where they build right now for that, after we all don't sit down, we don't agree, say yes, this is the money. That this money, Dr. Mankota not get for SIA. You not get for SIA. This money is going to a very secure account where your money, now you the manager. You get what do we call an escrow account. Okay, let's say for example, these are the cases. Cases just mean investment. Let me pull me number now. Hello. Yeah, cases are just area of investment. Let's say we all agree, say let's invest in education, okay, or agriculture. They come, they click invest now. You get a document we then call project agreement document, where you download, you sign and you upload them back. You see all the project proposals. Let me give you an example of this. All right, these are the project. These are just the samples that we are put. These are the project proposals. Within how much money we require, we look for this particular project. And if you look at here, you go see inside waiting at the description of the project, the land acquisition, and the objectives. We look at investment package. For example, let's say tier 1, let's say we invest 1 million. The equity stake, let's say about 15%. The annual dividend, the name recognition on facility, exclusive access, annual performance report, and meetings. All this, that's not in the another one day. So 15% for other tier, 10% for other tiers them. Then you will see the financial projection here. When you write a project proposal, these are some of the requirements them way people then they look for, the one the way they invest. Okay, waiting at the viability of the project, waiting at the financial projection. For example, year 1, let's say we put in the real estate 2 million. We acquire land, we hire builders for build the structures them, and then we look at how much each structure costs. Let's say we get an estate, build 30, 40, 50 houses, some side, we make the fine. Are we going to sell this by unit or are we going to rent? How much, if we sell, how much units it costs compared to the expenditure, within at the dividend, all it tell you the projection. And within at the escrow, where you get at the end of the year, how much money will they get? Are you going to add, maybe let's say me put $5,000, I get 10% the first year, 10% of me $5,000. As he say this is not profitable business, that 10% day, I add them to me principal. Now let's say I get $500, I put them back to the investment. Now I get $5,500. Okay. So the next 10% is going to determine based on $5,500. Okay. So these are some of the things them way we all get to sit down and iron out. Then we put the system up and we advertise that to Sierra Leoneans them. Question. Let me pull this first. All right, question. All right, let's see here. No, this is not TP and Diaspora for. This is Sierra Leone Diaspora Sierra Leone Diaspora Investment Fund. This is not got nothing to do with TPN. It just happened for this the idea na TPN then discuss them. But this is not a TPN something. Okay. I see Peter Dowda you talk about TPN Diaspora. No, this is Sierra Leone. This is not got nothing to do with TPN. The only thing is na TP and the idea then discuss them. So hi, Christopher Yankasi, I'm also interested in the form. Thank you so much, 100%. Cannot Tracy, I will contact you and send you my info. Thank you. Let's have this conversation on our show. Also, let's unite my people. We can change our land and the future of our land and people. Thanks, Doc. Brilliant, Doc. So yeah, so this now some of the things them, it's not easy because me any way I put myself, I always want to see transparency, accountability, and viability. You know, so I go send the documents when I get the info we talk about. But these are some of the things that what they do. We're able to do we're able to sell this project, this idea. The only way one for invest, then we invest. The only thing we get a lot of processes we will get for do because number one, we get for make sure say the government the support we 100% for protect we investment. Very, very important. Because if I invest like Ghana, that's what Jerry Rawlings been do where he been come into power, I think in the 80s, right? In the 80s or something like that. The 90s or whatever. So what he first do, he opened up the country into diaspora investment. That make Ghana move above the ladder very fast because people then can and they know saying, yes, if I spend me money in a salon, it protected. Not to some kind useless politicians and then they go destroy their investment and they. So these are all things them therefore puts people then were responsible for this government company relationships, all them things and they irrespective of which government really in a power, because the investment fund is outside of politics. These now exclusively na business oriented endeavor. So all them things and they will get for put together, then we push them. It's a very, very difficult task, but we can do it. We can do it. So create the forum. Then we will add people them. We will advertise them too. The only thing we get for explain to people, they don't know what's in the objective. I believe say if people that don't know the objective, then we're able for put their hand. If we get 1 million people, we put 1,000 each. 1,000 each. Well, why I say 1,000? It not necessarily means you get for put the money cash, but like you pay let's say $100 a month or whatever amount you're able to pay until you wait and call you 1,000. 1 million people now almost that one day by 1,000. A lot of money, right? But good money. Forget about 1 million. Let's say 500,000. Let me just calculate that. Let's say 500,000 people. $1,000 times 500,000. $500 million. Oh, it's too huge. Let's say 100,000. $100 million. You want to tell me, say, $100 million, we know they able to do things them way very, very profitable in a salon. Let's say we create a village, diaspora and village, wherein we rent people them where they come on at the diaspora. Now the houses the way they build. We they rent people them. There are houses in a salon where they're not so good looking. Some they rent up to 100 million a year. Some even more. So let's say you get 100 units. You rent forget about what they call it. Let's say we rent $4,000 every year. 100 units times $4,000. That's money. That's money. So now a lot of money anyway. But these are some of the things we will get for explain to people and then say, hey, there will be a time when all this work will work so you go tired. So if you get guaranteed secure investment in your country, you know say you get investment where they make money very steadily for you. Why don't you go for that? People then go out for that as long as they know say the investment is secure. That's not the main thing. Okay? As long as they know say the investment is secure. Yeah. So, but anyway, that's all I have for today. Again, my last statement here is let we reduce the political divide. Make we democracy not be a cause for Sierra Leone. That's not the objective. That's not the motive of democracy. So you, where they watch me today, where they listen to me, you get a moral obligation, a patriotic duty for we make Sierra Leone a better country, for make Sierra Leone become like any other country. It's easy. Really, really easy. Sierra Leone is just too easy for making like any other country. The problem we'll get is we politicians and then don't mortgage we feature for the next 100 years. They don't mortgage that feature. And the Westerners then, the Easterners them, where don't grip with country, they're not going to left very easily. So, it therefore bring a lot of patriotism, sacrifice before we go able to do them. Okay? But it not going to happen if me and you, they focus on fighting each other. That's what the politicians they want. Because they are not about the country, they are about their pocket. That's what the neo-colonial powers there, we don't grip Africa, they want. They want for let we continue for fight, forget about what did happen. We can do it. Yes, we can do it. We can actually do it. And we get the power now the diaspora. Imagine, look what I just don't tell you. Let's say we get 100,000 people. Or $1,000. We get 100,000 people. $100 million. $100 million. Cool and cash. Then we look at the country and say, hey, we get $100 million. What's how would they invest this money? We look at the areas of investment, which one way profitable and faster. Now, one year, this next year, we begin with the benefits. If they see that they make money, not even know. By the time where the members say, oh, I get investment, I've been put $1,000 now this way and call. You go look your account. Oh, wow, beyond that's what I don't get now. Interesting. These are some of the things that we were supposed to pay attention more. These are some of the things we would focus. Not to for go sit on social media. You begin to talk all kind of rubbish. You did defecate, we ace every single time. Oh, they are real. I thank you very much. And I also want to thank all the one that will participate in this program today. And I really appreciate the participation. Like I said, We can disagree without resorting to amicus or disrespectful way. This is not this program is about. This program is about civilized conversation, intelligent conversation. Because everybody where you see it persists now this program, it knows say we are working towards cohesion among Sierra Leoneans, irrespective of the differences we get politically. So let's continue to do that. And don't forget for share this channel, this program to other people. Them. Don't share that. Share, let people them know. Okay? Well, I go see you back next week. The same time, the same place. Good night.